Morning gang, Monday, 10 weeks out, just under. First official week of prep. We have to get a check-in over today and it actually begins tomorrow. Just so we can have all the adjustments that need to be made. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad it's not started today, to be honest. As you get older, these fucking hangovers carry on. But yeah, be ready to go tomorrow. I'm gonna train a bit later today. Didn't wake up this morning. We are good to go. Just on the way to the gym now. It's the afternoon of Monday. And it's just solidified even more why drinking's not for me anymore. I didn't even have that much, but because I haven't drank, it takes its toll on you, and I don't feel bad, I just feel sluggish, and it's going to be a very, very rare occurrence for me now, especially even in the off season and stuff. I've been so used to feeling 100% efficient all the time. It's just not worth it for me. Like I say, I had a great time, I really enjoyed it, but I can do it without, and I have done it without, especially in the prep and stuff, so when I was trying to be social. So that's the end of my drinking days. Be special occasions, very special occasions. Morning gang, Tuesday. Woke up late again. Throws me full day off when that happens. I'm still feeling the effects of going out on weekend. It's not good. It's not good. But just been to get our morning coffees. Prep starts officially today. I was expecting some sort of changes. Food staying the same as it was for another week at least. It's just not what I expected, to be honest. I'm so used to there needs to be drastic changes, we need to go in, but it just shows of how good of a position I'm actually in. So yeah, it's not going to be anything exciting this week, just as is. So I've got my morning stack. This goes in every single day now, especially. We're optimising performance, making sure everything is functioning as efficiently as possible. So we've got HydroFlow, creatine, glutamine, and then a little tub of pills and potions, which is multivitamins, D, C, B, zinc, magnesium, B12, calcium, and then digestive enzyme, probiotics, liver, kidney, heart stack. Little tip, hopefully it works for me on this now, but I'll break the bigger ones in half just because they're massive. Break them in half and then take it with water. Little trick, so you put them in. You can usually do unlimited amounts, but test it first. Put them in, turn your head to the left with water in your mouth, turn it to the right and swallow, and it actually opens up your throat better than doing that. Or because when you've got so many tablets to take, trying to take them all one by one, it's just a pain in the ass. So this is probably not going to work now, is it? It didn't work. One got stuck. Usually works, but yeah. Anyway. Just as a little FYI, yeah, if you leave your weights on like that, you do an helmet,
Simple as that. Just a total helmet. No excuse for it. If you're strong enough to put them on and lift it, strong enough to put them back. Simple as that. Someone who's relatively new to the gym, could be someone's mum, nana, little brother, whatever. They see that and they go, I can't move that. And then they don't end up doing the exercise they want to do, or they get overwhelmed and they leave. So if you do that, put them back, man. It's not hard.
Water intake is absolutely key, of course. I'm currently, as a standard, is 4 litres of water a day. It fluctuates around peak week and stuff like that, goes up to 6-7 litres. But 4 litres is a standard, and my key motto is hydrate before you caffeinate. So I will make sure that the way I split my water out is I drink 2 of these a day, and obviously I'll make my shakes and stuff with it. A litre straight away in the morning. I'll get that boxed off. That'll usually be going into my morning drink. Then 90 minutes before training, depending on what time I wake up, 60 to 90 minutes, I'll have my pre-workout with 400 ml of water, already on 1.4 litres, before you've even got back and started your day. And then just separate out, usually separate out in litres, and just put yourself a time frame. Say, so for me, I'll have another 600 drank before 12 o'clock. That'll take me to 2 litres, and then a litre again before 3, and then half a litre-ish before 7, and then I can sort of sip and whatever with my tea and all that. But I'll also try and make sure that I'll always leave myself a little drag for in the night, but the majority of the water's in by about 8-9 o'clock, so you're not getting up for the toilet and all that. Structuring your water is really important, and making sure that you do hit whatever your water goal is. It's massively important. Morning gang, Wednesday, leg day. Started coming down with something. Don't feel great at all, but we're still gonna get it in regardless. So let's go and get it. Just finished that leg session. That was a top session. Got a little bit of a twinge in my back, but nothing too serious, so we're all good. 10 weeks out, thoughts, emotions, feelings. I'm all good. Really good, actually. As I said before, the food's not changed, cardio's still the same, but we've got so much room to play with. It's such a good feeling to have. Like, realistically, even if we go up to 45 minutes of cardio, food's probably not going to have to come down so much. Or cardio's not going to have to go so high. You can bring food. The options are endless at the minute, which is a really good position to be in. So anyone who's looking to compete, who's new to competing, or just generally finds himself having a kind of big hill to climb when it comes to the prep or the core, keep yourself in the best position you possibly can.
take that from me, because the more lean muscle tissue you build and limit excess body fat, the better position you are going to be in when it comes to getting it off. And that's facts. It just makes the whole process so much easier. Just for reference, my first week of prep in the last shows, I was on 2,200 cals and 25 minutes of cardio every day. We're now on 2,710 minutes, and that's not changed. So yeah, it's a good spot to be in. Morning gang, Thursday, rest day. Got my 10k steps in this morning. Still got 10 minutes of cardio to do on the Stairmaster later, but I'm a bit gutted really. I wanted this video this week to be a lot better than what it is, but unfortunately, because there's been no changes from last week, food's the same, training's the same, cardio's the same, so yeah, I apologise for that, but in the coming weeks it's going to obviously get a lot more interesting and things will change, and it won't just be the planning, it will be physically, it will be mentally, emotionally, everything will get more interesting. So yeah, stick around, and if you haven't watched the previous episodes, make sure you go and watch them. Evening gang, Thursday night. It's been a rest day, so there's not been much to record anyway, but I haven't recorded at all. I had a bit of a scare with the two little shits. So I got a delivery of supplements, and they decided that as soon as it had come through the door when I was upstairs, they were going to chew through it. Now we didn't know what they'd ingested or what, so it was a bit of a worry. Don't know which one had even done it. They're all fine, just a bit of diarrhea, so that's been a bit of a stressful day, so I've not recorded anything. I didn't even manage to get my steps in. I got half of them done. I didn't get to do my cardio, which I'm going to have to make up tomorrow, which I'm a bit pissed off about, but it is what it is. They're both alright and safe, so that's fine. I've had a posing session with Emma too, just to kind of work out what the plan is for the British finals, and we've got something cooking that I can't wait to show you. You might have seen a little snippet of it on my Instagram, but it's going to be good for the British finals. We are going out on Sunday, so I'll take us along for that little day out. Morning gang, Friday, push 2. Just getting my steps in this morning. Beautiful, beautiful morning. It's really, really beneficial just getting up and just getting the steps done, I think, early doors. Just makes me feel so much better, especially while the days are warm. It's therapeutic in some sense, and just do it with no earphones, just stay off my phone, just get out and just think and plan for the day. And I think it's a good way to sort of just strategize what the day's going to look like, vision the session when I'm training, and just think about nothing. Just try and think about nothing, because everyone's days are mega hectic and there's always so much stuff going on. Sometimes it's nice just to think about nothing and just be in the sun and just enjoy it. The only things I will try and think about is the plan ahead, the task at hand and the plan ahead. Started to develop a nice piece of artwork routine for the British finals. I'm going to keep them both the same. PCA and the two bros, there's no most muscular, so just take that out, but that's easy. And the trunks are different, but I've got both pairs, so no major changes. But just really, I said I don't want to do anything too crazy. I've not got that much time, and I just want to nail relatively the basics, but just have seriously good transitions, get into my quarter turns and mandatories early, being able to hold them for longer, being the first in and the last out, hopefully. So been working on that, been doing practicing with vacuums, holding poses. It's uncomfortable doing like 3 or 4 rounds of that, and just trying to really focus and maximise on what wins the shows. The routine's nice, but it's not judged,
So focusing on the mandatories and making sure that the things that are judged, the mandatories and quarter turns are spot on. It's nearly the end of the week. We're 10 weeks out. Usually, just for anyone who's new to competing, looking to compete, or in the first prep, whatever, 10 weeks out is a weird spot, depending on your programming and depending on what position you're in right now. I know for me, 10 weeks out, I look like I weren't even going to compete. If you look on my Instagram, you'll see the transformation of exactly 10 weeks out that I posted this week. Mental, but obviously we had to dig hard, and we still managed to cruise into the show, which was good, because I know there's a lot of guys who 10 weeks out on my show, they looked like they were ready to go in a couple of weeks. From my personal experience, and from some of the guys that I spoke to who were in that position, holding it, it's not what you want to be doing. So as long as your programming's good, you breeze in, and it can be a little bit stressful, because like for me, until probably 4 or 5 weeks out, I was like, in my mind I was like, oh god, like are we gonna come into the right condition? And I was a bit stressed. I didn't say anything. Trust my coach's planning, which is what you've got to do. Trust the programming. Don't take anything into your own hands, because people do that. Oh, I'm not lean enough, let's do extra cardio. Your plan's been set for you on the correct trajectory to land you in a good spot for peak week. So don't mess around with your coach's planning. You don't know more than they do. There's been some horror stories of some of the lads that I've spoke to where the coaches have been really poor, but you do have to trust the planning, unfortunately, because that's what you're paying them for. So cruising into the show, not stressed, I know where I am, I'm confident. 10 weeks out, again, depending on how long your prep's been, you should definitely have found your routine round about this point. It's so important what works for you. Everything that you need to do day to day, you should have definitely sussed out your system for. And if you haven't already, you need to do it before it starts getting tough and shit starts getting real. Because having no routine and structure, especially that works for you, at that point when you're getting into like 5 weeks out, when you do start to feel the fatigue and the show is looming closer, it's extra stress that you don't want. So become a creature of habit, find what works for you, because everyone's different, and you know yourself, you know your own body. Yes, you've been given your programming, but find what works for you. And I'm a creature of habit, and my routine will not change. If it's a weekend, that is what I'll do, because once you have that routine and structure, I know what works for me.
Morning gang, Saturday, officially 9 weeks out today. Still feel a bit rotten, which is not good. Low weight today, 73.2, went up to 75.5, my stage weight 65.5. I reckon we're going to come in a kilo or two up from my stage weight, we'll see. But it's coming down nicely. Just wish this video was a little bit more exciting for you all, but that's the thing. That's the sign of good coaching. There's so many people who would go into the first week of prep or a cut and they would expect changes. And sometimes expecting changes can be detrimental, because there's so many people like, oh, we need to do more, why is it not changed, You're not paying for the service of things changing, you're paying for results. And if something's not broke, don't try and fix it. My weight's coming down with the consistent cardio. It's doing what it should do. Don't make adjustments.
Saturday night fun, we've come to Blackpool. Because, guess what? Straight away, been here 5 minutes. Let me see. Donuts are my favourite. Absolutely love donuts. Got Biscoff as well, and Nutella. But Yeah, we come here for some fun, man. One thing that I made very, very clear moving into this prep was going to make sure that I'm not just in my own bubble and just trying to survive, and just making time, make sure I make time for just making sure I make time for family time and doing things together as well. Be amazed because, but yeah, just being present and still enjoying life. It's me who's put myself in this. Can't just let life stop and halt. So that's why we're here, and we're going out on Towers tomorrow.
Vegas. Q&A time. Get more and more questions each week, which is really good. The first question is, best tip for a first timer. Ooh. I've got a couple of points, but I'll just narrow it down. So the first one is, make sure you fucking enjoy the process. Honestly, every single bit of it, even the bits that you're finding tough, because you can only jump on stage for the first time once, and once it's done, it's done. So live in the moment. Yes, it's going to get tough, but even when it does get tough, just try and relish it and think, this is why I'm doing it. Don't mind a bit of a struggle, because if you're looking to stay into this sport long term, it's going to be like that. It is what it is. It's inevitable. There's going to be tough times, but there's also going to be some amazing times too. And I know for me, some of the most euphoric moments I've had in my whole life, especially winning the first shows and stepping off stage, and my coach and my girlfriend being there, I've not had a feeling like that in my life. So enjoy it, and make sure you enjoy it all, and just give 100% on everything that you're doing. Even the things that you feel like are a chore or pointless at times, they all serve you a massive purpose. Get that routine and structure, as I mentioned before. Get everything boxed off every single day. Go to bed knowing that you've done everything, and that's all you can do. I'll tell you now, you're a winner before you've even had your placings, right? Especially in your first show, because you've got there. You've sacrificed a part of your life and time to commit to something that you love with a higher purpose. So just actually getting on that stage, you've done more than a lot of people. The other thing I would say is, make sure you are prepared. Moving forth through your prep, and when you finally decided what show you're going to do and all that, everything needs to be done early. Start your posing early, making sure you start building good habits early, making sure you find a routine and structure that works for you early. You don't want to be scrambling around in new territory, something that's brand new to you, trying to figure these things out. You want to try and have it all road mapped as early as possible. So that's they're two the most important things for me. Favourite food you missed in prep? Ooh. See, I'm not really massively driven by food. I just have a massive sweet tooth. So for me, it was cakes and chocolate. That was the things that I missed the most. To my own demise, as I've spoke about before, after my second show, yeah, it really wasn't a good situation to be in. I've now fully detached myself, because them foods are not going to go away. This is something that, especially for a first timer, you will make the mistake of, because you've been deprived of the few things you enjoy the most for so long, you will most likely binge on them things. And I think it's important, if you can avoid it and it's not your thing, some people are not interested, which is fine, but if it is, I think it's very important to learn a lesson, as long as it's not long-term damage to your relationship with food and stuff like that. Go and enjoy them things and realise how shit it makes you feel afterwards, and the predicament you put yourself in, and learn from it, which is exactly what I did. I ate all sorts to the point where it was making me feel sick physically being sick and then going back and eating more ice cream, which is mental. And I never thought I was that food motivated or driven, and I realised how much it was controlling me. So you had to put a stop to that, especially if you want to stay in this sport long term, as I do. So that was very, very, very important to learn that lesson, that food doesn't control me, I control the food. So like this time going into it, it's going to be a totally different story. Someone's asked, I go on stage in September the first time, is it intimidating as I expected it to be? I won't lie, on the whole run up, from like a week out, I was so relaxed, so confident. I went into the tanning rooms and I was getting compliments left, right and centre. I was looking around and seeing the people who was in my class, and I thought, we've got a good lineup here, but I backed myself. And intimidation comes from a lack of preparation. Again, as I've said in the questions earlier, be prepared. If you do everything to the max of your ability and you're as prepared as you possibly can be with your posing, with your routine, get in there in a good time. I stayed over for my first show. Get in there in good time and just getting yourself as relaxed as you possibly can. It's all new to you, so you are going to have some nerves, but as long as you know you've done everything, that's the best you can do. And then when you step on stage, I did get nervous, and I just naturally did, which was weird because I thought I'd be nervous running up to it and then not when I got on stage, and it was actually the opposite. But I just remember thinking and reminding myself when I was literally mid doing my mandatories, pull yourself together, you've worked hard for this, you deserve to be here, you've put the work in, so fucking show it, because you don't get a long time on stage at all for all the prep and work that you have to put in. So you need to make sure that, try and put your emotions to one side and just think, when it's done, and there's no going back from it. That's it.
Morning gang, Sunday, day out. We went to Blackpool last night. We're going to Alton Towers today, aren't we, Maze?
Yeah.
Woohoo! I am absolutely fucking terrified of rides. I'm scared of everything, apparently. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Got dinner packed as usual. Things don't change just because we're going out all day.
Breakfast before we set off, so we've got 50 grams of oats, 40 grams of whey protein, 15 grams of peanut butter, 20 grams of dark chocolate and a banana, and 2 grams of pink Himalayan sea salt. We are locked and loaded, ready to go out on towers. Chose things that I can eat cold, so we've got chicken pasta and then steak and potatoes and asparagus. Don't know how amazing that steak's going to be cold, but it's better than a kick in the dick.
We are on the way to Alton Towers. Beautiful day. Show me what you've got. Smells bad. Don't like rides, don't like heights. What do I like? Training.
I don't like you like them.
Training and eating, that's it. I don't even like you. Joking.
What a days we've had so far. So what have we been on now? Pinball Wizard or something.
Oh, yeah.
Smiler. Oblivion.
Going on Hex now.
Going on Hex. And then we're going to try and get on the Rita and 13, but the queues have been quite bad. Obviously it's a Sunday, kids are off, and it's red hot. And May's got their own fast track, which I said before, but I'm not as scared of rides as I thought. I'm really not. It's, do I hate rides or do I hate people? I think it's more hate people.
I think he's moaned more than he's said anything nice on this video.
Oh, that's just me.
Sorry for you, Mace.
Yeah, I'm just a moaning bastard, but the thing for me is, like when I first got here, I have to get bedded into somewhere, especially when there's a lot going on. Got to that first, when we got to the Smiler, we stood in the queue, it was getting squirted with water, it was screaming, just fucking roller coasters flying past your head. And I was like, right, this is a lot for me. But once I get acclimatised, I'm alright, it just takes me a little minute. And once I've been on the first couple, I was fine. So it must have just been a lifelong trauma from a kid, and maybe it was worse than what I thought. But I've actually really enjoyed myself. I'll pass on that. I'll probably end up with an allergic reaction.
Sunday evening, and that is the end
of the 10 weeks out to the British finals video. Now, hopefully next week will be a little more interesting for you, a little bit more action packed, but hey ho. If you enjoyed this video, follow along because we're getting a video out every single week and things are going to start changing drastically. Obviously, we're going to video both days of the British finals, so that'll be interesting too. So if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and yeah, see you next week.